Welcome back to another Max and Fix video. Today we're going to be talking about the new MacBook Pro M2. But before we jump into that, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you can be part of the game. You don't miss another awesome review. So the M2 Pro was just released. And of course, it has the all-new M2 chip. Apple says that this new M2 chip is supposed to bring more power and speed than the M1. But let's see what these specs are looking like. But before we touch on the specs, let's check out this design. Okay, so one thing I can say about this year's design, for it being a new chip and all, we still got the same old design from 2016 with the touch bar and the look. I honestly thought this was going to be a whole new remodel, or at least picking up from the 14-inch Pros that got introduced with the all-new design. So I'm pretty sure we all assumed that we were going to see the new design on the M2 as well. And when it comes down to color, we got the original space gray and silver, so not much of a change there. But could you guys imagine if the Pro got more color options like gold, or imagine the Pro in that product red? Trust me, that thing will be amazing. So let's jump into this M2 chip and see what the hype is. So the M2 can be configured up to 24 gigs of RAM with a memory bandwidth of 100 gigabytes per second. Along with that, the computer comes with 8-core CPU, 10-core GPU, a 16-core NOA engine, and the storage on here is maxed out at 2 terabytes. So you're getting storage for days. The screen has a nit brightness of 500 nits and P3 color. I believe on the M1, you were getting only 400 nits of peak brightness. Now this year, you're getting 500 nits of peak brightness. So those who do editing and stuff like that, you guys are going to see a major difference. Speaking on that, off the rip, touching on performance for people who do editing or gaming, the M2 is 1.4 times faster than the M1, 6 times faster than Intel-based computers, and the battery lasts up to 20 hours. So you're getting good processing speeds, good CPU, good GPU, longer battery. So far, the M2 is winning. But if we compare a 10-core PC, the CPU in the M2 gives out 1.9 times faster in performance with a 75% power consumption, and the GPU also has some kick to it too, with a 2.3 faster performance with 80% less power consumption. When it comes down to gaming, it's not the best. The only difference is maybe a couple more frames, but that really depends on what game you're playing. Some games you have to put the settings down to the recommended, compared to others that are able to run high settings and not experience any issues or lag. When you're running high graphics, the fans do kick on and you can hear them. For editors, I wouldn't recommend getting the 8 gig of RAM, which is pretty much your base model. I would definitely upgrade to the 16 at most. I'll go all out and get the 24 just to play it safe. Just for the simple fact that the system does tend to go into an overload warning when you're running multiple plugins. It's time for the most anticipated question, M1 or M2? If we're just speaking on the chipset, I would just stick with my M1. Those who know I have M1 Pro. I mentioned it before in the past videos. Now, the M2 chip does sound amazing, but I'll just keep my M1 for the simple fact that it can keep up with the M2. On top of that, also, I'm getting the same design as the M1. The only thing that's changing is possibly longer battery life. I can upgrade the RAM a little bit more, and on top of that too, 500 peaks of nit brightness. But other than that, I don't see a solid reason to jump on the M2 just yet. As I said, the M1 can do just as well as the M2. Only thing is that if you want more RAM, go for the M2. Now, if you have an Intel and you want to get something newer with a faster processor, then go ahead, jump on the M2, pay that $1,300 and grab it. But again, it's up to y'all. Will y'all spend $1,300 for the upgrade, or will you just keep the M1? Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Also, let us know what you guys want to see next. Should we compare the M2 to the 14-inch? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell to be part of the game so you don't miss another Max and Fix banger. Be sure to check out the podcast for your most up-to-date tech news. Links down in the description below. Until next time, peace.